I lost 60 pounds going from skinny fat with lots of belly fat to almost none using 4 simple tips. In this video, I'll share how I lost belly fat without losing too much muscle. Hopefully it can help you. And I'll walk you through the 4 daily steps that I took to eat in a way that helped me lose belly fat. First, I realized I needed to eat fewer calories to lose my belly fat. And here's how I did it. So step 1 was I found my maintenance calories by using an online calorie calculator to see how much that I was burning daily. So there's a lot of ways to figure out your BMR. You can ask ChatGPT, you can ask any AI tool, or you can do it. How I do it, and have been doing it for multiple years, is just go to just look up calorie calculator, pick this one right here that I'm showing on the screen. It should look like this. And then just type in your daily activity level, your age, your weight, your height, male or female. And actually, I don't even know if it asks if you're male or female. I don't know. But yeah, I think it does. So then you type in the stuff and you'll find out your BMR, basic metabolic rate. And it's just a fancy word for how many calories does your big old body burn throughout the day without doing much, like, walking, nothing really. And now what we do with this number is step 2. I aimed to eat 500 calories less. So for me, it was 1,800 calories since at the time my BMR was 2,300 calories. So I took 2,300 calories and subtracted 500, got my new favorite number, 1,800. And that seems a little harsh and it's a pretty steep cut. But what I did was I walked 30 minutes a day. And then at work, I would walk as much as I could. And that made me burn a lot of extra calories. So it bumped it up for me to about 2,200. And yeah, it made it a lot more sustainable because I pretty much just burned a little bit more calories while eating a lot less. And I lost weight that way. I hope it works for you too. And then step 3 was tracking everything with Lose It, which is a calorie tracking. You can use anything else you like, maybe MyFitnessPal or any other calorie tracking app that works for you. And you want to do that to make sure you're eating less than your BMR so you can lose weight. So yeah, this is pretty much exactly what I did. I figured out my BMR and then I just decided to, okay, if I take 500 from this, then I can pretty much eat whatever I want. And as long as I'm under my calorie goal, I will lose weight. So yeah, when I figured that out, it was really easy for me to start losing weight because I actually had a tangible number I could think of. I didn't know how to lose weight. I thought you just ran a lot or just did a lot of cardio. But I eventually learned that you just need to figure out how many calories you burn in a day and eat less than that. So step number 2 is eating more protein. Eat more protein. So when I made that change, when I decided to eat more protein, it really helped me keep my muscle and lose fat. So here's the 3-step process. Step 1, I aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And at the time I was 226 pounds. So I just decided to pick 180 grams of protein because I didn't know how to eat 220 grams of protein. And yeah, that worked for me at the time. Step 2 is that I split it in between meals. About 60 grams of protein per meal 3 times a day. And that helped me because I didn't want to eat 150 grams of protein at night when I didn't eat any protein in the morning. And then step 3 was that I stuck to foods that I liked that already had protein, like chicken breast and eggs and Greek yogurt and cheese. And any foods that you find out have protein, stick to that so that it's easier to hit your protein goal and easier to hit your diet as well. Step 3 was working out 3 times a week to lose fat and not the muscle. So here's what I did. Step 1 was I committed to 3 full body workouts a week since they worked best for me as a beginner. Step 2 was I just focused on the very simple exercises like squats, push-ups, rows. And in the beginning, I was just doing 3 sets of 10 each. And step 3, I picked 3 days that I can consistently go to the gym. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever 3 days you can pick, just pick them and make a commitment to yourself that you're going to go to the gym on those 3 days, so that it's easier for you to build a routine around the gym. And that helped me a lot because I realized that, hey, even if I'm eating protein and I'm eating a lot less, if I'm not going to the gym or if I'm not, so I decided to go with a friend. And after a week of me and him going, he decided that one day he would say, hey, Ali, stay there. I'll come in a minute or 2. And it took him 30 minutes. He never came. I went home because I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I was a fat little loser. So then I came back to the gym the next day. He was like, hey, I'll be there again. I think I waited 10 minutes and he didn't show up. And I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to try something. And I decided to do some push-ups and some bench press and some squats. And yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just doing something. And then from that day forward, I just decided to go every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I've stuck to that routine for pretty much a very long time. And then as I learned more, I adapted my own routine and a workout plan to that. Step number 4 that helped me was making my diet easy with low calorie but very filling foods. Finally, I switched to low calorie food options, and that helped me a lot with being consistent with my diet. And here's how I did it. So step one was I wrote down my 10 most common meals that I ate. Meals like burgers and pasta and whatever else that I was eating, my 10 most common meals. I just wrote them all down. Then I was checking their calories for each and every single one. And then step two is I swapped the higher calorie ingredients for lower calorie alternatives. And when I did that, I saw a humongous difference because I was pretty much eating the same meals, but instead of eating this fat piece of loaf bread, I decided to eat low calorie bread. Instead of having normal cheese, I had low calorie cheese, which is just Kraft cheese, 45 calories per 28 grams. And yeah, and then instead of drinking whole milk, I decided to drink Fairlife milk. And I was pretty much eating the same meals. It was like 90% still the same taste, but it had like 50 to 60% less calories. So it wasn't like I was even changing my diet. All I did was I just figured out, hey, I eat these meals very, very common. Since I listed out the 10 meals that I ate, listed out how many calories they were, and one by one from meal one, okay, I eat bread and this cheese and some honey. Then I decided to swap as much as I could the most high calorie versions of those meals or of those foods and switched them to the lower calorie versions. And then step three was that I added vegetables to most meals that I could handle. So when I would eat dinner and I would have some chicken, instead of just having the chicken by itself, I added some spinach and some lettuce and some tomatoes and cucumbers, very, very low calorie foods. But having all those foods helped me stay full and not gain fat. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I love all of you. Thank you all for 100 subscribers. Let me know if you guys like the videos or if they'd suck. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. Love you all.